Howdy, everybody. It's Mondays with Mom. There's Mama. There's
Hi.
Cherie.
Hello.
And we're in the holiday season, so we're going to do another recipe
Karla's hiding.
that Karla's hiding. She's doing a recipe too.
It looks good too.
Yes, it does. Smells good.
Don't mind y'all. It look like
Oh, stop.
Yes, it.
Anyhow, y'all need to
gotta
check
be
her
good.
channel out because she's going to have her recipe.
Karla's got an awesome channel. You
Yes,
need to go
she
check
does.
it out.
So anyhow, tell us what it is we're getting ready to sink our teeth into here.
Sweet potato bread with buttermilk lime icing, I believe is what it was called. I have
Buttermilk
never
lime
done this.
icing.
Ranger found this on.
Did you
Where did
look
you
this
find
up
that
there?
at?
I have no idea.
this
I
is her
Googled.
first too, Karla. So
Yeah.
Can't be no worse than mine.
No. Come on now.
I
being
never even
honest.
saw this recipe until today.
I'm being honest too. It might not win an award for photography, but
it's what's
edibility,
inside.
yeah.
It's what's inside. The
Anyhow,
If my
for y'all
cooking was
to-
going to get an award for Beauty Buddy, I wouldn't even
Well, that's
place.
like Cherie's that the other day. What was the Rice Krispie thing?
That was a
Yeah.
disaster, but it tasted
It was
good.
like the Titanic, but she steered it clear of the it instead of smacking into the iceberg, it just lightly scraped it, and everything turned out okay. That's what happened to Karla. She just lightly scraped the iceberg, and everything be fine. Everything be all right.
I
Remember
can't
that?
wait to taste
I
it.
think we mentioned
Oh,
them
yeah.
bourbon balls the last time. The last
Yeah.
time I made them, they dissolved as I tried to put them in
Yeah.
there. Now
They
that
didn't
ain't
work
a
out.
fail. I don't know what is.
We're gonna have to do those before Christmas, though. Sometime between now and Christmas, because I ain't had them in years. Of course, they're so sweet. I wouldn't be able to eat too many of them. I'd have at
But,
least one.
I've never tasted this recipe, and I never saw it until today.
They look good.
So
I don't know. We got pumpkin on the brain. Last week it was sweet potato casserole. Now it's pumpkin
roll
pumpkin roll. It smells like pumpkin
and sweet
in the
potato
house.
bread.
Sweet potato bread, yeah. So anyhow, let's cut
So we're
scene to
gonna-
the kitchen and see what's
So
happening.
whatever happens, happens.
That's right. So we'll see y'all in the kitchen.
A few moments later.
All right, here we are in the kitchen.
Hey y'all.
So take it away.
Well, like I said, I've never tried this, but it's a sweet potato bread with buttermilk lime icing. So, according to the recipe, in one bowl, you want to put the dry ingredients, which is 1 3/4 cup of self-rising flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/8 teaspoon of ground cloves, and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, and that all goes in one bowl. So I've got the flour in there already because it's such a small kitchen. I decided to measure that out first. So first, in one bowl, I want to combine the flour and the cinnamon, which is 1 1/2 teaspoons. Get that out of there.
Well,
There's the half. Let's see. I'm gonna do this over the sink real quick. I should have had all this measured out, but since I moved, I've lost track of all of my cooking stuff. So there's the 1 1/2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, I like these bottles better than them little.
yeah.
It's easier to get your measuring spoons in there. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder,
Baking powder, not baking soda.
Yeah, baking powder.
Clever girl. Is that clever girl?
See, half a teaspoon.
Oh, that ain't clever girl. What's that?
What is that? Hearth Club.
Hearth Club. Isn't it clever girl? Isn't that the?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
There's the half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cloves. A little of those go a long way.
Yeah.
Okay. And a half a teaspoon of kosher salt. And one thing that's good about kosher salt, a lot of cooks like to use it. It brings out the flavor. Helps
Yeah.
bring out the flavor in their food. I'll do this over the sink too. I hate to put too much. A lot of cooks like it because of the consistency of it,
Yeah.
and it helps bring out the flavor in your food. So you want to combine all the dry ingredients together. Yep. Now that's in one bowl, so you mix all this real good in one bowl. Then in your other bowl, set that aside. Now you want to whisk together in a separate bowl 1 1/3 cups of packed light brown sugar, and I've already got that in here. Then you need 1 cup of mashed sweet potatoes. 3/4 cup of vegetable oil.
I guess if you wanted to use like canola oil or something like that, you
Yeah,
probably.
whatever you use. I don't follow recipes to the T, especially after I've made them a few times. Sometimes
Yeah.
I tweak them if I don't like the way they turned out. So there you got your 3/4 cup of vegetable oil. Then you want 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And you start to whisk this together. And then to this mixture, you want to add 3 large eggs that are room temperature. I've had these sitting out a while.
Yeah.
And you want to add them 1 at a time. You mix them.
Important for room temperature.
Yeah. You add these 1 at a time and whisk it in.
Vanilla down, vanilla. Oh, it didn't spill?
Yeah, a little bit, that's all right. This is a small kitchen.
Yeah.
It's too small. I'm just gonna set that over here. Now, yeah, I'm learning this recipe as I go. Okay, now when you get all that mixed up real well, you want to start slowly putting it in the flour mixture, and you want to continue whisking it as you're pouring it in there. Okay, you want to mix this now until it's well blended. And then, one thing I left out is it takes salted butter just to grease the pan. And I greased it and set it aside earlier. No certain amount, you just need some salted butter to grease this pan.
Okay.
So when you get this mixed really well, then you want to transfer it to that pan, and you want to bake it in a preheated oven at 350 for about an hour.
Yeah.
I'll transfer this. I don't know if they can see how thick that dough is.
Yeah.
So you want to use a 9-inch, you want to grease a 9-inch loaf pan with salted butter. Let me get my spoon. That aside, and it says you want to bake this on the middle rack, 350 for about an hour. And then what happens is I'll take that out and cool it in the pan for about 15 minutes on a wire rack.
Yeah.
And then after that we remove it from the pan and then we work on the icing. So I'll leave the ingredients for the icing and stuff out until we get to that part.
Okay. So this is going to take how long? An hour?
About an hour.
Wow. So we'll see you all back here in an hour.
Bye.
Bye.
1 hour later.
The magic of editing. An hour later, here we are.
Okay, you want to put that in a preheated oven for approximately an hour. You want a toothpick inserted in the center to come out clean. So this actually got done just a little sooner than an hour, so you might want to just keep your eye on it because you don't want to get too dry. So when you take it, take it out of the oven, you want to leave it in the loaf pan for about 15 minutes to let it cool a little bit.
Right.
Then you finish cooling it off on the rack. But when you do the icing, you want to drizzle the icing on it while it's still warm. So it's still pretty hot.
Still pretty.
Yeah. So by the time I make this icing, it should be fine. And I'm going to put it in this other pan to drizzle the icing on it.
Where'd you get your fuzzy?
Oh, it's the windsock for the microphone.
Anyway, the icing consists of 2.5 cups of sifted powdered sugar.
Go sifting the powdered sugar again.
We like to play in the sugar.
What's that, sugar?
We like to play in the sugar.
I love powdered sugar.
We do.
It seems like an awful lot, but
Don't sneeze.
What I guess.
Let me get the paper plate.
huh?
She's wanting to eat it.
Yeah.
I want to sample yours.
What's step at a time, man?
This is an old sifter. I've had this thing for years.
Hey, as long as it gets the job done.
Now it's. Okay.
She's going rogue on us.
We'll work for cake.
All right.
We'll work for cake.
When you
That's right.
get that powdered sugar sifted, you want 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. I use the whole cultured buttermilk. I do not like low-fat buttermilk.
We're gonna use it real, do the
It's
real
fully
deal.
cultured butter.
Yeah.
But I can't talk. Fully
One-
cultured buttermilk.
1 tablespoon of fresh lime juice.
Lime juice. That's That's the one that's got me curious.
Sissy, you want me
A half
to
a.
dishes?
You want a half a? What's that?
You want me to get the dishes for you?
Oh yeah, thank you. What's this? Thank you. And you want a half teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 pinch of kosher salt.
What do you think?
What they call it, kosher? Because it's been blessed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
when
has
you're
something
dealing-
to do with the way that it's prepared.
When you're dealing with powdered sugar, a little liquid goes a long way. So if you think it's dry, don't try adding anything until you know for sure. Because if you add too much liquid, you can't hardly get it to thicken back up again. I've done that.
Yeah.
And we'll mix that real good. Now, if it's too dry, you can add a little bit more liquid, but just be careful.
Yeah.
Carla, can you do me a favor and just put me some water in that, just in case I have to?
Teeny bit goes a long, long way.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You want this thin enough to drizzle it.
We're going to be bouncing off the wall eating all this mess now. Right, Juju?
Now see how thick that is? You want it just a little bit thinner than that, but if you start to add liquid, just be
Little
careful.
Little teeny, yeah.
Yeah.
Drop or two at a time. God, I'd hate to take off sugar. All of our sugar levels.
I'll just have to take a little taste, because
It'll send you through orbit.
yeah, this isn't the kind of stuff diabetics are supposed to eat.
No.
But a little bit. Well, I found that as long as I eat stuff like that when I'm eating, dinner or something, can't do it by itself.
So just, if you have to do this, just keep adding a little bit at a time until you get to the consistency that you can drizzle it. Which it's about right there now, which is about like
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
So just be careful, because I have absolutely messed up powdered sugar icing before. Okay, my hands are clean. I washed them just a minute ago. You want to take that while the loaf is still warm. You want to take it from the wired rack and put it on something where you can drizzle the icing on it.
Yeah, it's just gonna get messy.
Like I said, I've never done this before, so I hope this tastes good.
Probably gonna be better than my mess.
Julia Childs, I'm not.
And how they do all
Or
that.
Rachel Ray, I'm not.
Yeah, there you go. How they do it and make it look all perfect.
They make it look easy.
They do. And there's a trick to it, but I ain't found it yet. Ooh, that looks so good.
That does look good.
Did anybody lick the boxes? Bloop. Oh, yes, we're gonna be. Hope mine turned out.
We got another one to eat. Carla's. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Yeah, once we get this done, we'll have to see the final presentation of Karla's.
Oh, Lord.
Lord.
Junebug said drop some more on the floor. She liked that.
It looks like heavy. She's sick.
She gonna be bouncing off the wall. So much for your diet, Juju.
That ought to be enough.
Yeah.
And we'll cut this. It just looks like. Karla, get the paper plates. And a knife.
You want a butter knife?
Eat any. I don't think it matters.
There you go. Oh, gotta get
forks too.
Can we take it to Mama?
Yeah. Whoa.
What was it got in there? Nuts.
Ooh, that might be good to add nuts to something like that.
Let's see. Here you go.
Let me take it to Mama.
Here's Ranger's. Here's a fork.
Give me a little piece of that.
Hold a minute, y'all.
Oh,
Here you go.
get me.
We need smell-o-vision. Whoops.
Oh, that's good.
Is it good?
Even though it
Ranger,
looks sick and sweet, it's not that.
I can smell the lime. Can you smell the lime?
Yeah.
What I did is I bought a lime,
How many?
but it actually, to get enough lime juice, I didn't have a squeezer, so it was really hard to get a tablespoon out of
How
just
many
one lime.
plates we need?
Couple more.
See, Mama's got hers. Yours.
Yeah.
Yes, is this plenty?
Okay.
So anyway,
4 plates.
bon appetit.
Bon appetit. That is good.
Ranger will put the recipe on there.
Yeah, I'll
for you.
have the recipe.
I typed it out. I got it off my phone where he sent it to me, and it took 2 pages to type it. So, but anyway, I've never heard of it. I've never tried it.
It's
So
really good.
hopefully,
And you know what, Karla, that would add some nuts in that. Like walnuts or something.
yeah. Well, when I first make recipes, I usually follow it pretty close until I
Yeah.
figure it out, and then I do my own thing.
Say you don't want to think about walnuts.
That would be good. Well, you know what? Even raisins would be good in there.
Yeah, raisins.
Bye-bye. Open.
Lord have mercy.
So anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'm no cook, especially
You're no
on
Martha
video. No.
Wait till you see
Anyhow,
my mess.
we appreciate y'all watching Mondays with Mom.
It's delicious. Here, want another bite?
Yes.
Oh, we got a Christmas bowl.
There you go, Christmassy.
Yeah.
It's the Harler days. I call it the holler days. We live in the holler.
That is delicious, Sissy.
It really is.
I'm looking forward to her pumpkin roll.
Yeah. Anyhow, God bless everybody as always. And take care, and we'll see y'all next Monday.
Bye.
Bye. And make sure you tune in Karla's channel to see the big reveal of her pumpkin roll.
My pumpkin mess.
Now, it's all right.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yes, it does. So anyhow, y'all take care. Have
God
a
bless.
blessed week ahead, and we'll see y'all next Monday.
That is good.
Bye.
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 Well, howdy, everybody. As promised, I want to do a random drawing for each Mondays with Mom from the comments from the previous week. This week is, drumroll please, Miss Monchi-Chi. So Miss Monchi-Chi, if you want, shoot me an email at KentuckyRanger@gmail.com, your address and everything, and I'll get a sticker in the mail for you. And congratulations. So see y'all next Monday. Appreciate it. Bye.